record right here. Get going. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Global Expansion Team Zoom. We have an incredible guest that Thomas Kaminsky has set up for us tonight. Thanks, Thomas, for reaching out to Big Al, Tom Schreider, to be speaking to us tonight about network marketing. Tom's written several books, 40 books to be exact, on network marketing over the years. So he's got done a lot of thinking and a lot of writing on this topic. And so he's going to take the next half an hour and talk to us about what you say when you're talking to people. So Big Al, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for inviting me. And I guess we need to talk about how to talk to people so we're not embarrassed.
Yeah, let's do that. And I guess you spoke at our 2015 global convention.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I hope everybody has a pen and pencil ready so they can take some notes and really absorb what you're about to teach us.
Well, the first people we talk to, we already have rapport with. These are people we know, like friends, relatives, coworkers. These people are pretty easy to talk to, but we have a fear of, we don't want to look like a salesman, or we have our own agenda, trying to make money off of them, or worse yet, rejection, things like that. That's sort of bad. So we're a little hesitant to talk to people or make a list. So let me show you how ugly it can be. Let's say you joined, you made your list of people you want to call, and we call up our first one. And we'd say, hi, Mary, this is Big Al. Remember me from high school 30 years ago? I sat across the room from you. Do you keep your income options open? I want to show you this business opportunity. This is not going to go well. So that's the fear we have. So how do we fix this so we can talk to even difficult people in difficult situations, like somebody we want to talk to, but we haven't been in contact for all this time? It's just going to look so fake and phony. So here is a little method. It's not the only way to talk to people, but it's the safest way. And it's the safest icebreaker I know. So here is how it works. To begin with, we have to realize that people make snap decisions. In other words, if I ask somebody, I said, okay, if I take your children skydiving with me, how long is it going to take them to make that decision? Probably, I don't know, 1 second. They're going to say, no, you can't take my babies, or I'd help push them out of the plane. So depending on their relationship with their children. So with that, we say, well, people make decisions quick. They're going to prejudge me and make up their mind about this business before I even told them about it. And I'm going to say that's exactly what's going to happen. So they can work against us or for us. Let's make it work for us. People are going to prejudge us harshly. So there are going to be some programs going on. And what we're going to do is talk to the automatic programs inside of people's heads to keep this within our comfort zone. So here are the first words we can say to somebody. What is new with you? And you say, why do you start with that? Well, people are going to trust us if we're good listeners. So if you're shy, you can at least say what's new with you. And then you don't have to think of anything else to say. You can just stand there and listen. They say, what's new with you? And people will think this in their brain. I love listeners better than talkers. I like you already. And when you say what's new with me, that means it's all about me, and I'm the most important person here. So, gosh, I get a chance to talk about me, my favorite subject. It's all about me. So they're more than anxious to talk about themselves. Now, unfortunately, humans have this program that when we talk and meet somebody for the first time, we want to tell them all of our problems. And the reason is so people will love us more and feel sorry for us because we had to make this great effort to meet with them. So people in conversation do this. You meet somebody at the party. It's, hi, how are you? How's the weather? Where do you live? What do you do for a living? And after that, they start complaining about their aches and pains. They complain about their health and the commuting and the world in general. People are professional complainers. We like doing that, so people feel sorry for us. So what we're going to do as business people, we're just going to listen for problems, because the only reason for business to exist is to solve problems. And they will have plenty of problems. So after approximately 5 minutes of telling us all how much they suffered and how hard things have been for them, a little program snaps onto their mind and says, hey, your mother said, be polite. In other words, don't do all the talking. Let the other person talk some. So what's going to happen is we're going to say, let's do with you. And they're going to complain for about 5 minutes nonstop, probably not even take a breath. And after that, they think, oh, wait, I remember that program. I got to be polite. So I'm going to have to say something to you. And what do you think they're going to say to us? 9 out of 10 times, they're going to say, what's new with you? Now, when they ask what's new with us, ka-ching, this is the best thing ever. Because we can tell them what's new with us. And because we listen to their problems, we know they have certain problems. And our product and our business has certain benefits. All we have to do is listen for the problems they complain about. And when they're tell us all these problems, we're going to say, hey, I bet my product or my business can solve one of these. And we're going to say, hey, these benefits I have here might be something you're interested in. Would you like to know more? And they have a chance to say yes or no. That's all it is. But when they say yes, they've already made a mental yes decision about our business, about our product, about everything. So let me just go through one example and you'll see how easy this is. So tomorrow I show up for work and I have a bunch of other fellow complaining employees. So I say, hey, so what's new with you? What's happened over the weekend? They start complaining, oh, my hip hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts. I have migraine headaches, acid reflux, that's a disease now. I have 5 known diseases, 4 unknown diseases, 3 diseases I haven't discovered yet. The commuting is bad. My car is breaking down. I just don't have enough time. When they finally take a breath and they say, oh, by the way, what's new with you? Now, because we've been listening, all we have to say is something like this. I feel better than I ever have in my life. Would you like to know my secret? So they have like 2 possible answers. Yeah, tell me more. Or what's the other answer? No, I'm not interested. Let's go shopping. Okay, good. So the reaction is to whatever problem they have is we're going to mention a benefit, and then we're going to add what's called a permission statement, which we're going to say, here, I give you permission to ask for more information if you want it. So there's no rejection. Nothing can possibly go wrong. So it ends up, if we just listen to people, they will complain. We're going to pick the one problem that we think that maybe we can help with. And we're going to say, hey, here's the solution to that particular problem. Would you like to know more? If not, we'll, go shopping or talk about the weather. That's all it is. But it sounds so great when you do it that you end up with a ton of prospects. So let's just imagine for this example that we want to talk about our business, about having a business opportunity from home where we don't have to commute, don't have to get a babysitter all the time. Maybe we can earn more money, etc. So in a conversation at work, I might say to somebody, what's new with you? And they go, oh, complain. And I might say, they say, what's new with you? And I says, well, I finally have a plan to get rid of this job as early as next year. Would you like to know how I'm going to do it? Yes or no? And if they say yes, well, they might say, well, yeah, I'd like to know how you do it. Take me with you. I don't want to be here alone. And then I'd say, well, then we should talk. Then we should talk. That's it. And they say, well, how about now? Or how about coffee break? Or how about this weekend? So set an appointment. It's going to be extremely easy because it's within everybody's comfort zone. So let me give you just a couple examples of a nice benefit statement we can say, and then a permission statement. So I might say, my friend Cindy's pretty strange. Every morning, everybody goes to work, but she sits out in front of her house, sipping coffee, waving goodbye to everybody going to their job. Would you like to know her secret? Yeah. Okay, well, then we should talk. Yeah, when can we talk? Or I might say, oh, I found out how to get an extra paycheck every month. So it really helps with inflation now. Would you like to know what I'm doing? Yeah, that was pretty easy. Or. So all we do is listen to their problems, figure out what's going to solve their problem, and then add a permission statement. So if you're taking notes, here are a couple easy permission statements that you can say so you'll never feel like a salesman. We could say, would you like to know how she did it? Or would you like to know his secret? Or would you like to know how I'm going to do it? Or would you like to know my plan? And in just a couple seconds, we have sorted out if they want to be involved in our business or be involved with our product or not. They make that instant yes decision in their brain. So let's review a couple of them here really quick. We could say, what's new with me? And I'd say, well, I finally got a second paycheck every month, so now things are a lot easier. Would you like to know what happened? Yeah. Or what's new with you? Well, I got tired of the dream-sucking vampire boss taking little bits of my brain out every day, turning me into a human zombie. So I decided to make a plan to get out of here next year. Would you like to know my plan? And they could say, no, I enjoy working here. That's fine. We're done. We can talk football. Or they could say, take me with you. Don't move until you tell me the plan. Or I could say, oh, what's new with you? And I would say, well, I got a little part-time business that pays about 20% of my salary. So I'm going to take Fridays off forever. So now it's 3-day weekends instead of 2. I think I'll enjoy this job a lot more that way. Would you like to know my secret? Yeah, tell me more. So the hardest part of network marketing is over immediately. And the hardest part is getting somebody to talk to who wants to talk about what we want to talk about, who has a problem that we can solve, and has said, yes, I want to solve my problem. Please tell me more. So we'll never be sleazy. We'll never be in people's face. We'll never feel icky. We won't be banned from weddings and funerals. It's as easy as that. So here's what we need to do. There's 2 parts. One part is to write down all the cool benefits that we can choose from. So when we hear a problem, we can go, oh yeah, I could use that one or that one. And the second part is just have a little neat permission statement at the end. And this sounds like such ordinary conversation. Most people really, really like it. So for all the people that are on here right now, in the chat, maybe type in some of your best benefits that you would like to use in this little formula. So remember, a benefit is not what the product is. It's not really how it's made. It's not really how the business works, the compensation plan works. The benefit is what people actually get out of it at the very end. What's the last thing? Say, yeah, this is what I get out of it. So I'll just type a couple in here for an example, and let's make a list as we go here. I can put in here, fire the boss. All right, we have flexibility, less discomfort. Want to work on my dream and assets? Yeah, freedom, fountain of youth, sense of purpose. All right, avoid a knee replacement. So I'm not going to make any medical claims here because I'm not qualified, but I am qualified to say if you pick a really good benefit, people will want it. People desperately want to solve their problems. You could put in here, earn more money part-time than the spouse does full-time, or earn more money part-time than the boss does full-time, or never have to show up for work again. Or never have to warehouse your babies in daycare? Or work from home so you can see your family? Never fight traffic on I-10 again? Wake up when you're tired of sleeping? Oh, we got a bunch of benefits there. So once we have that, all we want to do is be shy. Now, I don't know how many people here are shy, but shy people have this tremendous advantage in network marketing. I didn't know that. So shy people don't know what to say, so we tend to listen. And if you listen, you'll hear the problems they tell us. We're like mind readers. But if you're a talker, you want to talk all about, the product and the company and the comp plan. If you're talking, you'll never listen and never know what problems they have. So listen for their problems. Then it's easy to pick one of these great benefits. And we got a really great list of benefits here. So many to choose from. You say, wow, look what my business can do for people. So this will work anywhere. So I'll just give you an example. Saturday morning, go down to the mall. And in the mall, you're going to find a minimum wage employee putting clothes out on a little stand in the middle of the walkway here for the store, just so they make it look attractive or something. And what do we know about this employee? We know this employee probably has a hangover from Friday night, probably doesn't want to be there, probably would like to be with their friends during the weekend. And if you had any conversation at all, say, so what's new with you? So you're working here this weekend. They might say, I hate weekends. I have a headache from the hangover last night at the party. And, so what's happening with you? And he says, well, I found a career where I never have to work weekends again. Would you like to know how that works? The click says, yeah. Then we should probably talk. Well, yeah, but we can't talk now. Yeah, I mean, you're at work, but at break we can meet at the food court or talk some other time. Oh no, let's meet at the food court during break, and my break is at 11:30. And it's as simple as that. Somebody volunteering, raising their hand, saying, "Oh my, I want to hear what you have to offer." And people then are looking for why our business will work instead of why not. So look at all these great benefits. And you say, well, all right. And some of these won't make everyone here smile. So the last part is, so what's that last little sentence we can say? That last little sentence we can say is, would you like to know her secret? Or would you like to know my plan? Or would you like to know how it works? Or would you like to know what I did? Or. This is such a polite way of talking to people. We'll never feel rejected again. And we can talk to anybody, anywhere, even classmates from 30 years ago. So remember that call? Hi, Mary, remember me from high school 30 years ago? I sat across the room from you. Well, not really. So what's new with you? Well, in the last 30 years, blah, 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 blah. And after 5 minutes, your classmate will say, and by the way, what's new with you? And you could say, I used to have a job I just totally hated because I had to wake up early in the mornings, but now I work from home. Would you like to know my secret? Yeah, tell me more. Prospecting, talking to people can be easy. All we have to do is choose the right words. So once we know how people are programmed, it will be automatic. And if you're asking me, well, will they all say, what's new with you? And the answer is no. Some people are rude, but probably 4 out of 5 people ask what's new with you. Just because we have these automatic programs. If you don't believe we have automatic programs, let me demonstrate really quick. I walk down the street and I say hi to somebody. What do you think they're going to say back to me automatically? Hi. I'm working as a clerk at a store. Somebody comes in, I say, can I help you? What is that person going to say? So in the chat, what is that person going to say automatically when I say, can I help you? Let's see how many mind readers we have here. No, I'm just looking. Yeah, I'm just looking. Okay. So this is not news to us. This is how it works. People have automatic programs. All we're doing is taking advantage of that pattern in their mind. So it's within their comfort zone. We don't seem strange. And we know that humans make decisions before the presentation starts. So with this little icebreaker here, not only do we break the ice, but we made an offer and we got a yes decision before you've even mentioned the name of the company or the product or the opportunity. And people make decisions first and then ask for information later. And if you don't believe this, just remember the last time you tried to make a phone call to somebody to set an appointment. And they said, well, before we set the appointment or something, can you tell me a little bit about it first? Why did they ask that? Because they want to make an instant decision first to save time. And if there's something they don't like or not interested in, they can say no and save their time to watch Netflix or something else. People want to make a decision quick because we have millions of decisions to make every day. We just try to make as many as we can. With this plan, you say, that's a great icebreaker. Is that the only icebreaker? And I would say, no, there's 1,000 different icebreakers. But what this one does is it's within our comfort zone. Very conversational and natural. We'll never be a sleazy salesman. We'll never get rejected. None of our relatives and friends will say never invite them to weddings and funerals because they'll only be trying to pitch you. It's just normal conversation. So we have just a couple of minutes left. If there's any questions, you can type them in the chat. And all I can say is, why not try this? And you can say, what's new with you just for practice? And you say, well, I'm scared to try this. Well, tomorrow, just say, what's new with you? And just listen. And if they say, what's new with you? You say, hey, I'm just practicing. I'll answer that question next week. But at least it's the first step. So do we have any questions here? What about a cold prospect? What's new with you? They may not give you information. Well, that is true. And if they don't give you information, you might want to use a different icebreaker. But think of the human mind. Humans love to talk about themselves. Inside their mind, if you were to read it right now, the inside of the human mind is saying, me, it's all about me. I want things, and I want things for me. And if we ever have to talk, or you get to talk, I want you to talk about me. It's all about me. That's sort of how the human brain works. So if somebody is totally closed, that probably means we have no rapport. And that's a different skill. But the rapport skill roughly means how to get people to trust you and believe you in seconds. So here is a sample of what you can do for that step. For everyone here who have not read that book called The Happy Networker, it's free. If you haven't read the book, in there it says, here's the 4 steps that goes through the human mind when we talk to them. The first thing is rapport. Can I trust you and believe you? Well, if that one's messed up, nothing's going to happen. The second step is tell me your icebreaker, which we just learned how to do right here. Step number 3 is I want to make a yes or no decision. And if the answer is no, we're done. If the answer is yes, then we go to step 4, presentation. That's how the human mind works. So the decision is first. And the first thing that happens at the very beginning is, can I trust you and believe you? When you talk to your friends, they already trust and believe you. But strangers, like you brought up here, what about a cold prospect? If you have no rapport, if you stand out in the middle of the street and just walk into people's face and say, what's new with you? That's going to look a little strange. As a matter of fact, it is strange. So rapport is another automatic decision in people's brains. I'll give you a quick couple of hints here how you can create rapport with people so they trust you. Con men do this all the time. They get honest, hardworking people and hand over all their cash in 15 seconds. So it's not a difficult thing. The first thing their human mind is looking for when they're skeptical is, are you more like me than not like me? In other words, if you are like me, we think the same, I can trust what you do. And if you're not like me, if you think differently, oh, I can't believe anything you say. And here's an example. You go to China, 1 billion people around you, all Chinese, and you meet somebody from America. Instant rapport, because they're more like you than everybody else around you. You say, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Florida. Where are you from? I'm from California. We're neighbors. Hey, all excited. So what they're looking for is if you and them think the same. Here is a hint on how to communicate that. All you have to do is tell them one fact in the known universe that they believe and you believe. And they say, wow, you think like me. And if you want to get really good at it, tell them 2 facts in a row. You also almost put them into a trance. So I'm going to stop to get some gas for my car. I go inside to pay, because why pay at the pump? Pumps will never join your business. The prospects are inside. So I go inside to pay the clerk. And I say to the clerk, oh man, jobs really interfere with the week. And the clerk says, yeah, jobs do interfere with the week. And then I say, and we all need more money. And the clerk says, oh yeah, I'm so underpaid here. And 2 facts with created rapport already. It is that simple to take a cold stranger and get him to think, you and I think the same. So that's my tip on cold prospects. But if you'd like to know how to do that, in the book there, it covers a whole bunch of rapport statements. But in the beginning, we talk to people we know, so it's not too hard. And let's see if there's anything else in here. How do you reach out on social media with this technique? Well, the first step is rapport. People say, okay. And let's say you posted something on social media. It says, I hate my job. Who else feels this way? And you get like. And a couple of people say, oh man, you can't believe how much I hate my boss. All right. So on a private message then to those people that said, oh, I can't believe how much. And you say, oh, wow, so how bad is it? And they start telling you all about how bad their boss is. And you can type back, yeah, I used to have the same problem, but now I quit my job. Would you like to know my secret? And with that, the conversation's going. And they say, well, yeah. I say, well, then we should talk. We should chat, Can you get on voice or? You say, wow, that's a lot easier than trying to be spammy and selling people. And that's what we want to do. So with that, we've done 28 minutes, so we better wrap this up to finish within the 30-minute limit. So Cindy, let me turn it back over to you.
Tom, thanks so much. Wow, what some great tips. Hey, listen, you mentioned a book that people can get for free and they can download some other icebreakers and things. How do they get access to that book?
Okay, let's see. There it is. There's a link in the chat where you can download the book free. Now, I should say it's not completely free. You will have to read it. I won't read it to you. It's 90 minutes out of your life, but in that book, it'll show you how to get rapport. It will show you how to do this icebreaker. It has a whole chapter on how to do this icebreaker. Show you how to do the closing and presentation. But it'll show you how to do each one of those steps within your comfort zone, within the comfort zone. So that's the important thing. There's a lot of skills that we hear leaders say on stage, and we say, well, that's good for you, but I'm not that confident. I'm not that brave. I'm not that technical. What if they do this? I prefer the ones where we can all use from day number 1. So let me put it in the chat again here. Here is the link. All right,
There, I just did it on
okay.
everyone. I think you just did it to host and panelists. So I just copied it to everyone.
Oh, that's sensible. So you don't have to be very technical here.
And if you press the 3 little buttons at the bottom of the chat, that'll save the chat on your computer so that you have the link, or quickly just cut and paste it and put it somewhere where you can have
Wow.
access to it later. There you go.
I didn't know that either.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much. Wow, what a wealth of information you are. You've been doing this for a while and it shows.
Well, after 50 years, you pick up a couple hints. You should. So I like the easy way. I like the no rejection way. I'm not the outgoing person, but I pretty much can talk to almost 100% of the people now, where before I could talk to close to 0%. So we improve over time.
Absolutely. Hey, let me just ask you a quick question before we wrap up. Have you ever built a network marketing organization yourself, or have you always been a coach?
I've never been a coach, and I have no coaching skills whatsoever. I probably would be impatient, but yeah, that's what I've done for 50 years.
Built on for
Built
different
network marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get humiliated and rejected in people's homes all over the United States and the world. And I learned after some time, I didn't enjoy the rejection part anymore. So I figured out I better learn how to do this rejection free. So yeah, all these techniques have been proven to help prevent scar tissue from network marketing.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, Tom, thank you so much. We really learned a lot. Really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day and coming to America from Thailand to teach us your secrets.
All right. Invite me back, and I'll hope everybody good luck. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Good night, Tom.
Good night.